Good evening, everyone. This is Phyllis Rogers with Majestic Hearts Pageant. We are here tonight for Corky's memorial. Sorry I can't be there in person, but I'm trying to stay safe. I think Corky would want me to do so. Corky was very special to everyone and anyone that knew him. He was an activist, he was an entertainer, he did a lot of fundraising, and he was an all-around beautiful person with a big smile who loved to talk and loved to dance. For Majestic Hearts and myself, I have to say he will be missed. He entertained with us, he entertained with me individually, and he was on our board of directors. He's left a big gap. We will miss Corky so very much. And dear Corky, wherever you are, until we meet again, keep on dancing, love. We love you.
Dance is the Hidden Language of the Soul by Martha Graham. Hello, my name is Jim Sharper. I am the founder of Feeding Denver's Hungry. Corky and I have been friends for over 10 years. During that time, we have had many fun times together. Corky was always willing to help where he could in the Denver community. He started volunteering with Feeding Denver's Hungry in 2017. He would help us pack lunches for the in-house community, always with a smile and a little dance. Corky officially became the member at large on the board of Feeding Denver's Hungry in October of 2017, but we always said he was our large member. As a board member with Feeding Denver's Hungry, he was always first to volunteer his time and his energy, and Corky's energy was abundant. He had many great fundraising ideas for us. As a longtime advocate for the LGBTQ plus community in Colorado, he always made sure every person felt welcome within our organization. He was passionate about the LGBTQ community and worked extremely hard to help improve the lives of the people in our community and all over Colorado for many years. He was always happy to serve the unhoused community, and he did this with joy. His attitude was always joyful. There was a time at one of our hand-ups, there was this family that came through the lines. They had 3 small little girls. They ran up to him and asked him for a hug. He was overjoyed and welcomed their hug immediately. This is the kind of person I will always remember him to be. Corky had one of the biggest hearts I have ever known a person to have. He was always willing to smile and ready to embrace everyone as his friend. His personality shined, and anyone who encountered him could see it. Whenever there was a problem or an issue, Corky would always say, "Let's look at this from another person's eyes." Through our friendship over the last 10 years, Corky has taught me a lot. Because of him, I now have a little more patience, a little more understanding, a lot more tolerance when needed. He was very instrumental in teaching me to take the time to respond to people in kindness rather than reacting to their sometimes bad behavior. He was a man of much wisdom. Corky will be missed in the Feeding Denver's Hungry community and all around Colorado. I think Corky will be missed by everyone he touched during his life, and the amount of people Corky touched during his life was unimaginable. Thank you, Corky, for everything you brought to my life and to Feeding Denver's Hungry. Corky's last words to me were, "Keep on dancing." I will hold on to these words and do my best to always keep dancing with him. Thank you.
The manner in which Corky Blankenship lived was to spend his daytime hours in service to the community and his nighttime hours finding and appreciating the blessings that he had. Teaching preschool, to the Corky Cares Foundation, to volunteering with Feeding Denver's Hungry, Corky worked hard for others. And in the evenings, he made gorgeous art out of spoons, he spent time with loved ones, and he danced his booty off. Corky had to live decades of his life in the closet, and his early experiences with the LGBTQI community were that he was seen as too little and too effeminate. When he moved to Denver and made new attempts to connect with others in the community, he did find some genuine friends. First, it was a small circle, but then it grew and grew and grew. Meanwhile, he witnessed the dawn of a new age. Gay marriage and a gay governor. Several times, Corky has looked at me and said, "These are the good times. These are the good times." Therefore, I take this oath that I will do my best to honor Corky by using my daytime hours to work hard for the community, and by using my nighttime hours to give thanks for the blessings of the era that we live in.
Just wanted to say thanks to Corky for being such a light for the community. Always enjoyed seeing him out dancing ever since I started going to the club when I was young. And rest in peace.
Hi, I'm Tori Starr. And I used to always say that being at a gay bar at Pride was like being in a room with 1,000 people who were all used to being the center of attention. But when you ran into Corky, he made you feel like you were the star of the show. Corky was special because he made you feel special. He made everybody feel special. So I've consoled myself through all this with a certain perspective, and I hope that it helps you too. And that's not that Corky isn't gone. He's not here right now because some other people somewhere else, they really need him. And maybe one day, if everything works out, we'll see him again. So, I love you, Corky. We'll all see you again. Thanks.
Hello everybody, I'm Randy and this is Kenny from Denver Suite.
And on behalf of the Denver Suite family, we are very happy to be with you all tonight in remembrance of Corky.
Corky was an amazing bright light in all of our lives. Everywhere he went, he lit up the room with his dance, his smile, and we'll never forget that. He may be not with us right now, but we are always going to remember him for that, and we're grateful.
Absolutely. We miss you, Corky. You will always be in our hearts. We love you, and keep on dancing.
Keep on dancing.
Just want to say thank you to Corky for everything that he did for us, the community, the queer community, the straight community, and everybody else. Corky loved even my wife, and when they passed, Corky was there at their celebration of life. Anytime being around Corky was amazing, and things are just not going to be the same anymore. I'm sure it probably looked like he was hugging a tree when he wrapped his arms around me, but I look forward to every time that we were out and he was there, or he could have been there. And we'll never have that chance again.
My name is Kaylin, and Corky is one of the brightest fireworks I've ever met. Corky was a storyteller, a lover, and a dancer. Most of what I learned from Corky wasn't spoken. It was taught through sweet, sweet dance moves. Woo! Corky was a guide for me and for many of us, teaching us that music and movement will always make you shine bright like a star. You may have left us, Corky, but like the star you are, your light carries on. I love you.
On dancing.
Dottie.
Your family. Denver Dyke March.
I met Corky over at Trax Denver. It was years ago for my run for Ultimate Queen. That's what it was called at the time. And I will never forget the night that we met. Seriously, he was so welcoming and there was so much love that I felt from him. It was like we've known each other for years. So I am forever grateful to have had him part of my life and to meet him as well. I remember being at the pool party, performing, and the hug that we shared afterwards was just so genuine, and I just felt all the love oozing out of him. So anytime that I ran into him, his smile, his energy, just such good spirit that I saw that seriously, truly inspired me to always be like, live your life to its absolute fullest every single second. So I am forever grateful for that. So thank you for everything that you have done for our community. Thank you for being a part of my life and everyone's life here. And I will never forget you. I love you, and rest in power.
Corky's smile filled up a room. It filled up the bar every single time that I saw him. And like, honestly, he's one of the happiest souls that I have ever had the privilege of running into in the community. I miss you, Corky.
My name's Gray, or Sawyer Innerpants in drag. I never got to meet you officially in person, and that makes my heart really heavy. But I know what you meant to this community, and I know what you meant to the individuals that I consider to be my family. And I wish that our paths had crossed a little bit more intimately so I could have thanked you for everything that you've done and everything that you are. You're sorely missed.
Hi, my name is Rao. I remember being overwhelmingly sad when I had heard that you'd passed. I met you a handful of times at tracks, and I don't think I ever went to tracks without seeing you there, no matter what day of the week it was or how late it was. I just vividly remember you being there in the alley, mostly by that like food truck. And I think that was always like a really comforting thing, just knowing that somebody's been in our community so long. I also remember seeing you at Pride and other events, and you will be so sorely missed. You mean a whole lot to this community and to a whole lot of people, and it's really sad to lose someone like you.
Good evening. My name is Richard Coley, and I'm also known as Cubby, Mr. Leather, Colorado, 2019 to present. I want to talk about a wonderful man in our community. His name is Corky Blankenship. He helped out in many areas, from feeding Denver's Hungry in their warehouse and food distribution, to Majestic Hearts and the board of Majestic Hearts and their shows. He performed many times. He also helped out many other organizations and with raising money, bringing a smile, dancing, and bringing joy within the community. He was also part of the Trax family. He will be truly missed. He was no stranger to helping out wherever he needed. I just want to say, keep on dancing, my friend, till we meet again. Good evening.
Hi everybody, my name is Pi Duval, and I had the honor of knowing Corky through the LGBTQ community and through dance. I was actually teaching Corky private dance lessons for a while now. Some of you guys might have seen this clip on Facebook that came out recently. This is one of our dance classes. And I got to know him really well through those classes, just, talking before and afterwards, as well as some of you guys might have seen it live, the video of us from Postmodern Company on the clock tower downtown. I'm pretty sure you guys can still see this now, but there's that leopard jacket that I'm wearing right now. But I got to know Corky really, really well through this. And I tell you what, that guy not only has such spunk, but he has the biggest heart, and we all know that. When Postmodern Company approached me to find very diverse dancers to represent Denver, the first person that came to mind was Corky. Not only just to represent the LGBTQ community, but to also represent giving back. And I think that's something that we can all take away from Corky, is not only to keep on dancing, but to keep giving back, keep helping others and spreading love. And that's what we'll continue to do. Love you, Corky. My heart goes out to you guys.
I think the best thing about Corky that I'm gonna miss is how he supported everyone with his love and generosity. He was one of the best gay elders I've had in my life, and I'm gonna miss all of his hugs and all of his I love yous, and reminding me to dance. And he was one of the reasons that I was able to financially support you guys. He was really there for our family. So,
I love you, Corky. I miss you so much. I really wish you could have stayed longer.
I'm frozen.
every single time.
I love you, Corky, and I miss you.
Corky's answer to everything really was love. And a lot of people in life always try to tell him why love wasn't the answer. Either the people involved didn't get along, or they had different views, or they worked at different places. And Corky would just be like, no, we can all just get along. And I, at one point in our friendship, I thought he was right. And so I gave in. And all of a sudden, the barriers between people and groups melted away. And Corky showed me a world where we can get along. And the answer is love. And where I take this road next is to continue who Corky is, and the love that he brought to others, and the caring. He gave me the gift of caring, you know. And that's what I think we take forth, is that the answer is love, and Corky was right. So I love you, Corky.